I'm Chris Williams from Cyclone Fanatic and a proud Iowa State graduate from the class of 2007. No one shows up like Iowa State fans. And Cyclones support Cyclones on and off the field. Your gift can provide scholarships to students, fund groundbreaking research. We could even drum up opportunities for the marching band. Visit MoveWhatMatters.com to learn how you can make an impact today.
Chris Williams, Brent Blum. From the Northwest Bank Studios, it's Williams and Blum, presented by Mechdyne on the Cyclone Fanatic Podcast Network.
What up? It is the 6th of August, 2025, Williams and Blum, Wednesday. We are presented by Mechdyne. We are in the Northwest Bank Studios, and the season is nearing.
2.5 weeks?
2.5 weeks from today. 1 week from today, I get on the jet plane.
Where are you flying into?
Dublin.
Thank you. But, like, do you have a connection?
Atlanta.
Or Atlanta?
Yeah.
Atlanta. Cool.
Yeah.
Atlanta. Okay.
Yeah. Got the connector in Atlanta and then Dublin, and then we will drive to Belfast the day we land. Staying at the Titanic Hotel.
Don't know if I like that as a
not
harbinger
a great,
of things to come.
Yeah. That didn't end so well.
Unless you're the
I didn't realize how
Kate
much.
Winslet. She had a good time with it.
Is that the gal that gets painted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Kate.
And she lived.
Yeah. When she got the diamond. Or maybe
Yeah.
it fell. I don't remember.
Because she's the old lady.
Yeah, I don't remember. Did she ever find the diamond?
Sorry if this is a spoiler to anyone who hasn't seen Titanic yet.
Aiden, did Kate?
Haven't seen it. Don't care if there's spoilers. It's been out for like 30 years. I'm not going to watch it. Let's be honest.
Did she find the diamond though? Like it fell. Did they ever find it? Like I missed. The
I think
end.
she's like wearing it at the end, isn't
Was she wearing it at the end?
I don't know. I didn't care for the movie. The same with that movie Pearl Harbor. It pissed me off.
That was unfortunate.
Don't ruin these great history potential movies with these horrible love stories.
I didn't mind Titanic for what it was. The Pearl Harbor bothered me. I skipped a day of high school to go to that, and I was like,
You skipped a day of high school to go see Pearl Harbor?
yeah, I felt like it was like watching Bridgerton or something. At the end of it.
Yeah, that one of the all-time great disappointments in my
Really
life.
bad movie, like horrible movie.
Well, you can. Again, like my.
If Iowa State loses to K-State, it's your fault for staying at the Titanic.
Well, I'm also
we all
going
are aware.
to a place in Cobh, C-O-B-H is what it's spelled, and like, I want to say that it was like the last stop of the Titanic before it went down. Aiden, can you look that up? A little Ireland trivia. C-O-B-H is the name of the town. I'm doing some sort of Titanic thing. I didn't realize how important the Titanic is in Ireland.
I mean, whiskey, Guinness, Titanic. Rory McIlroy, is that the top four? Aer Lingus Classic number 5, probably.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go position by position.
There's an experience.
Yeah, what is this, Aiden? Can you just look it up? Like, what is the significance of Cobh?
Well, it says it was the last port of call, and also you can get ice cream right next to it. So that's pretty cool. There's probably
it was the
toilets,
last
too.
stop before the boat went down.
So apparently, Rose, the lady in the Titanic, aka Kate Winslet, did end up throwing it in the ocean. So she.
Well, that was stupid.
Yeah, come on. The Heart of the Ocean necklace is still in the ocean. Maybe you can find it when you're over there. Just
AI could probably find it for us.
Watch out for the brain-eating amoebas if you dive in.
God. All right. We're going position by position with the clones.
Yeah, enough of that.
Because this is the last, we'll have Williams and Blum Sunday, and then, but then Jake will probably be with you for a show or two, and we'll be ready to go. We'll start at quarterback. We're confident there. I did ask around, and I was just wanting to make sure that Moberly is number 2, because we had heard Mansky's really good.
Yes.
I was like, hey, nothing's going to sneak up on us. All things considering, I think Moberly's number 2. Mansky gets the year to grow. Correct? Have you heard? That's not even a contest, right?
No, it's not. But very high on both of both.
Yeah,
of those
they
guys.
love both of those.
This is not a negative on either. Did find out this summer, Mansky's a scratch golfer.
No kidding.
Which proves athleticism. But no, on serious note, Moberly has gained 20 pounds. He's had a great spring, great summer. They're very confident. Should they need, should something happen to Rocco, that Moberly is very capable to absolutely be a player there.
And keep in mind, Rocco was an unknown when he had to step up that year for Hunter Deckers. So
the crazy thing is, C-Dub, it was only 2 years ago where we were having a debate on this show about should it be J.J. Cole or Rocco Becht, and it went down to the wire. JJ played in that first game against you and I, and it wasn't a done deal really until the week before that. Now, what Rocco proved is the intangibles were off the charts for that guy, and he's one of those few guys that we call him a gamer, where, again, he's really good in practice, but also, the lights turn on, and he's a special dude. So, yeah, credit to Rocco for winning that thing, but both Moberly and Mansky are very capable, and I think the quarterback room's in good hands. Also, remind everybody, Rocco's only a junior. He can come back, too. So that's great.
And actually, you should listen to it on today's CW pod. I interviewed Nick Nurse, and a little NBA flavor for you.
Thank you. Man,
but we talked about the draft, and we talked a lot about your world, about how a lot of these guys, it's financially better for them to just stay in college now. And he was telling me about all these European guys that can't wait to get to the States now because they can make more money here. Pleda's a guy like that.
He's not going to be the first or the last. Yep.
So keep that in mind with any of these guys. It's do you want to go and maybe be a 5th round pick or stick around and play quarterback at a level like that?
And that's why to the summer, the conversation about the Jet Tamala, who was the commit from Omaha, who ended up going to decommitting, go to Alabama, there wasn't a lot of lost sleep. I don't think. No,
because they love the 2 guys behind Rocco.
Exactly.
Even.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's kind of one of those deals. It's he had been flirting around, or just go.
Yeah.
At this point, if you don't want to be here, it's
no hard feelings.
Okay, I did get a tidbit this week. And this is in a premium update, but Dylan Lee had a really good scrimmage at running back. So we had talked a lot about River Peppers. Yeah.
River Peppers.
River Peppers with a Y. And I think he may have been a little dinged up, or I'm not exactly sure of the details, but Lee's back to, he didn't go anywhere, but it's kind of like a, hey, don't forget about me type situation. And then you have Hansen and Abu 1A, 1B, clearly. And I kind of feel like if I could buy stock in a guy right now, it might be Abu Sama on the offense, because it feels like the fan base almost forgot about him last year. He didn't have a great year. Hansen had all those touchdowns. Feels like Abu, from what I understand of really smart football people, it was angles that he was having a hard time with. Hitting holes the right direction. Feels like a year to grow may have been exactly what he needed.
Yeah, I think there's still 1A, 1B. That keep in mind here, and it was actually our guy, I think it was Levi Stevenson, had a good point, where the catches out of the backfield, that's one area where it could really significantly improve. Mm-hmm. And Abu had a touchdown catch in the scrimmage on Saturday. That's one of those things where they didn't really utilize those two out of the backfield a whole lot, but believe in both of their ability to catch the ball in the backfield. So again, we go back to the replacing the aggregate, the Higgins and Knoll conversation. Those backs in particular could really help the pass game too with some stuff out of the backfield. And there's 100% a world where both of those guys are in the same time, by the way. Hanson and Boone both. Because they can both do kind of different things, but also they're both have gained some weight. Like, they can block as well. I'm excited for both of them. And I don't think it's a, hey, who's better? It's a 1A, 1B. And a 1A, maybe a 1A. What's the 1A exclamation point? Like, we're very even at that spot for sure.
Hot hand matchups.
Hot hand. Yeah, absolutely. Who's physical? Like, again, Carson was really good last year, and he wasn't healthy either, by the way, towards the second part of the year. Was just taking it and going. Now, he was super healthy in the Pop-Tarts Bowl, and he was great. I think the running back position is in a really good spot.
Tight ends getting floated out there. I mean, one source told me this week that this is maybe their best tight end room depth-wise that they've ever had. Cooper Alexander fans don't know a lot about yet. You'll see him. The other guys like that. They really like this group. It's going to be nauseating. 4 tight ends on the field at the same time.
Not crazy. Bramer, Burkle, Moore, Alexander, and then Trip Walsh is going to play too. So there's 5.
Who's the kid that the last name starts with an R? Ross.
Oh, and Keaton Roscott, another young guy coming.
They love him.
Yes, I forgot about Keaton. Yes. So we're
tight end you
right here. Keep him going.
The wide receiver room is fascinating because this is the one part of the offense where it feels unknown, but more unknown to like a fan than probably to a guy like you. But it is to a point, right? Yeah. Like you, the transfers could be really good, and it may not look that way until week 6. I mean, you look at a guy like Xavier Hutchinson was, and that's the reality of these skill spots where it usually takes them about a half year, but we'll find out. It doesn't mean it will either.
Go on the message boards. It took Jaden 6 games, Higgins, and then Knoll was questioned all the way till his junior year of like, is this guy any good or not? I mean, I saw him. People wanted him off the field as a sophomore.
Oh yeah.
But I think those two, Sowell and Townsend, will get the first chance. Both have battled some nagging stuff in camp. They're going to be fine. But that has allowed for our audience to know that Dom Overby and Brett Eskelson have had phenomenal falls. Just phenomenal.
Overby was great Saturday, I heard.
Yeah. And then Eskelson's been consistent throughout. I think, and then Daniel Jackson's just, the old man in the room.
He's like 30.
Again, I don't think even if Sowell and Townsend aren't like 1A and 1B, I think it's a group effort for that room. I really do. And don't get caught up on, if you don't have a superstar. I think those guys, all of them, will contribute and definitely fill the void. Now, you're not going to have a Higgins and a Knoll. You don't expect that. You don't have a second and third round pick there. But I think receiver room, combined with Bramer and Burkle, I don't think Rocco's going to have a shortage of options to throw to.
And it helps, too, that he's more experienced now and can see the field better. And
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. There has been, the couple times I've been up there, I mean, it's been, Higgins and Knoll were special. Like, I don't want to discount that.
No.
At the same time, the offense is more than just 2 receivers.
In fact, I wish they would have used the 2 receivers even more last year.
I mean, those guys were a cheat code at times. Like the Utah game, they couldn't give them the ball enough.
Do you remember there was at some point I went on a rant on a Sunday night?
Just throw
the damn tight ends off the field.
Get them off the field.
Go 5 wide. No, but again, I said this a few weeks ago. 18, you just kind of don't think of him like a tight end.
I know.
Like, sure, he can block, but he's pretty dynamic out there.
I'm excited about this. When Ben Bramer has a monster, you're like, who's this guy? You guys are like, I know that guy.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
Well, and Burkle may have been offensively the most improved guy on the roster from week 1 to week 12 last year.
Yep.
Offensive line, I'm not even going to comment because every year people just...
Yeah, I get it. James Neal's been really good.
I heard him and Bohr were great on Saturday.
Yep.
That graded out really well.
I think the center position is still to be decided. I'd say Brendan Black is if the season started tomorrow, Mike at the edge, but Boniface is right there. And then they've been working Dylan Barrett at some center too, which is awesome. I think the thing I appreciate about Clanton is he works those guys at all the positions. And so I know it's a running theme, but Matt likes 8 or 9 of them to play, and I think they'll probably rotate them all throughout the first couple of games to see who wins that. But you're right, Trevor Bohr is one of those names that played a little bit. If he sprung the big play at West Virginia last year, and he's just getting better, he's one of those players where like, man, if he could just figure it out. But both Barrett brothers have been good. And then Dalen Hastings dealing with a little bit of a nagging thing. I just think there's some numbers there that one thing, somebody told me this offseason, if Tyler Miller went in the portal, there'd be SEC schools that would pay him millions of dollars. You forget now, he's a veteran guy. He's played in a lot of games, and there's no question he's an NFL player. And he just doesn't get talked about because he's been around for a while, and he's just very steady, specifically as a pass blocker. But Tyler Miller is an all-conference type player at a tackle that doesn't really get brought up at all for Iowa State.
Thank our friends at Gravitate Co-working. Check them out at gravitatecoworking.com. I actually am speaking at an event, God's honest truth, coming up in September, and it's like an entrepreneur event where you bring people to your office and you show them like what you do or whatever. I'm like, well, that doesn't really work for me. So we're going to do it at Gravitate.
There you go.
Isn't that cool?
Jeff Wood sent me a bunch of great recommendations for Ireland. I love our podcast listeners.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's like I feel like I basically live there now with all their recommendations.
Thank our friends at the Iowa Clinic Men's Center. Iowa Clinic in general. They've done a great job taking care of me. I was telling Hassel about this the other day, but I'm on a CPAP machine when I sleep now.
Yeah.
But it's really been a life-changing deal for me. People are like, oh, Williams, you've lost all this weight. It's not all because of the testosterone replacement therapy at Game Day Mid-South. It's really not. It's like I wasn't sleeping.
Sleep's a big deal.
And then like I just have so much more energy now. And the team there at Iowa Clinic's been super helpful for me. They've done great work. Also, my friend Hope Wood, get your will done in the day. Go to hopewoodjd.com. Probably a smart thing. It's heart attack season coming up.
You about gave me one this morning, by the way. I'm not going to get into it, but you
that was not
morning.
On me. That was on the head basketball coach.
The head basketball coach and Chris Williams ruined my morning. All is okay though, guys. It's nothing bad.
We'll put it this way: the head basketball coach played a practical joke on one Chris Williams, and all hell broke loose.
Yes. Where everything's okay.
The problem was I was on the air with Hassel, and I start getting these text messages, and I'm like, oh no, this is a problem.
We had TJ scheduled for a speaking engagement, and
through We Will, right?
Yeah, through We Will.
And I was supposed to introduce him.
And then TJ played a joke on Williams that got eventually this corporate partner that was like, Chris just texted us that TJ's not going to be there, and like I about lost my job on the spot, C-Dub, so thanks a lot. But thanks, TJ. He showed up still. It was great. It was a great time.
And it was triggered because I told him, hey, just so you know, they're bringing me in to introduce you and talk about. I wanted him to know, like, I'll be there, like, just to not throw him off. He's got to speak to all these people. And he goes, well, that can't be me because I'm in Milwaukee.
Thanks a lot, TJ.
We got it figured out.
Yeah, we were good. All good in the hood.
Defensive line. We know what Dom Orange is. You got any nuggets for us on the D-line?
Well, I got a nugget. I forgot to mention this. Can I mention this here? Because I'm going to butcher this guy's name, and Walters is going to be.
Oh man, Walters is just going to be irate.
Give me a second to prepare. But there's an offensive lineman that's a true freshman that will definitely play in his 4 and is pushing on the 2 deep right now. And again, it's I'm going to butcher it. I want to make sure I get it right. Hold on. Give me a
You're going to pull up the little John Walters voice thing?
I want to make sure I at least get the young man's name right. It's the kid from California. Hold on. This is really bad. California
knows how to park. Oh, he's originally from Hawaii, right?
Sorry, he's a Utah kid, not California. Yeah. Vaea. Hold on, let's see what John says. Vaea Ikakola. Vaea Ikakola, number 54 in your programs, is pushing the 2 deep, everybody. According to Matt, might be the best lineman as a freshman they've ever had. 6'3", 355. Big fella. Moves. Man, this guy can move. And so keep in mind with that guy, I'm going to give you another name on the defensive line that's pushing, which is a great sign. Kamari Moore is a freshman that I think will play. 6'1", 320 from Lee Summit, Missouri. And Kamari showed up early, and they knew right away this guy's a difference maker. I don't know if it'll be this fall, but Kamari Moore is your next defensive lineman to remember at Iowa State.
How about the transfers?
Yeah, they've all been good. I mean,
heard anything about them?
Well, yes, I have. So Malone and McDonough both are in a fight for that starting end spot. Both are going to play. I think we'll see who wins it in game time. Both have been good. Now, is there a Will McDonald in the transfer portal that Iowa State got? No. But Malone and McDonough, from what I've heard, are upgrades over what was there a year ago, and we'll see how it plays in the game tape.
Orange has been dominant. It sounds like
Orange is slim too. That guy, and he made the freaks list, which is a credit to Dom.
Second week in a row.
Yeah.
Or second year in a row.
Yep. So, and Zamir Hawk is a name that nobody talks about again that I think is going to be a factor.
What about Ike? Have you heard anything about Ike?
Yeah, great. Solid. I think it's fascinating. That's one of my number one questions going into Ireland. Who gets the actual majority of the snaps there? Ike, Malone, McDonough. I think it's a fascinating race. Some production there. Cannon Butler's there as well. We'll find out. And then Malik Verdone's brother, Trey, is pushing as a young guy as well.
Linebackers are rock solid. It does sound, and this was a little bit of a question, not maybe internally, but it was for me, certainly, the situation with Caleb Bacon, just like how healthy can you expect him to be? And it sounds great. It sounds like he's maybe the best linebacker on the team right now.
I was talking to one of the orthopedic guys up there a couple weeks ago, and they're like, Caleb's injury was gruesome. Like, it was one of those where we're not sure. Like, we hope he comes back, but it was almost like it wasn't quite Teddy Bridgewater, C-Dub, which you remember from your Vikings days, but it wasn't a good one. It's not one of those pretty routine. But Caleb's been awesome. And as you've reported in the premium board, and I'll echo it, he's been one of the best players on defense in fall camp, which is a great sign. And it makes this defense upside a lot better.
See, this is where I have a really hard time picking this Kansas State game.
I agree.
I think on the surface, everybody is inclined to be bearish on it because of the perceived bad starts, which I don't even know if are like real in the last 5 years, but it's still a perception with Campbell's program, okay?
Yep.
But so you have some questions on the D-line, but at the most important position, you're really good.
Mm-hmm. Quarterback.
And then, and I mean on the D-line with Orange.
With Orange, yeah. I'd say between Rocco, Orange, and you got a lockdown corner.
You have a lockdown corner, and I am so excited about the linebackers.
Yes.
I think they're going to be top end. I mean, I don't know if it's not inclined, but they're really good. And it's way deeper. If not inclined was down, because of the injuries, I just love this group. And I think that, McLaughlin, we don't even remember that he
started as a freshman.
Yeah, and he played awesome in that bowl game. Mm-hmm. I'm expecting big things from him. Lovett's back.
Giebel's been one of the best players in camp.
And good nugget about Ebel's injury last year.
He was hurt. He played the last 7 games hurt. He had a separated shoulder.
So it's that stuff that makes me kind of be like, hey, there are some questions, but like the guts of this team seem very solid.
I'm with you. And then I look at K-State, and I understand they're going to be favored, and it's not going to turn. But K-State lost its offensive coordinator and its offensive line coach, and they're replacing 4 starters there. Everybody sees Iowa State's metrics on defense and says, oof, from last year. But they're just not. Like, there's a lot of great national reporters, but they're not going to dig into what happened to the Iowa State linebacker and secondary situation. They're just not.
No.
It's easy to look at the quarterback and the wide receivers. I understand that. Nobody is looking at the fact that Iowa State was playing 3rd and 4th string linebackers. They're just not. They're not going to dig in that much. And so I think you got to throw a lot of that stuff out. And I would just say trust the people who know the team more than anybody, and that's what we're hearing about this summer.
Let's go with the secondary here. Before we do that, go to movewhatmatters.com. Thank our friends at the Iowa State University Foundation. Make a gift. It's almost marching band season. Again, that interview I did with Nick Nurse, he's doing this. His foundation supports the arts, and he's raising money for marching bands. Isn't that cool?
Nick Nurse is a goat.
I did talk to him about his 3 days as an Iowa State staffer.
People forget about that.
He was in Europe.
Him and Jeff Greer.
He was already in Europe recruiting for Iowa State when McDermott called him and said, hey, I'm going to Creighton.
I think in a different reality, parallel universe, he could be a head coach at Iowa State.
Yeah.
I do. It was going to work. I really believe. I know that whole thing went crazy. I think if it was Nurse McDermott on the same staff with TJ, I mean, that's pretty good. Think about that.
Yeah.
And then Jeff Greer, for nostalgia's sake, and Jeff Greer helped get Monte Morris here, by the way. Like, Jeff still has some massive connections in Flint. That could have worked. It really could have. Now, Fred worked great.
Oh, yeah.
But honestly, looking back, 15 years ago now. Jeez. I think that situation
seems unreal.
That could have worked. And, good for Nick, because he ended up getting paid a lot better in the NBA, and now an NBA champion.
MoveWhatMatters.com, Iowa State University Foundation. Okay, the secondary. Anything on the second corner? Who do you expect right now?
Yeah, Trey's been
the guy.
Really good. I'd say Trey gets the early nod.
To me, that makes the most sense. Benny Nagoye just feels like you need more time to marinate, although he feels like the maybe higher end prospect long term. We'll find out. I don't know.
Let me give you a name, okay, for the birdies. Okay. This young man moved from corner to safety this spring and has been outstanding, challenging for some starting snaps here, and that's Kai John Cummings-Coleman.
I heard him.
Okay,
I heard that one.
Minneapolis kid. Really, really productive. Just makes plays. He's always around the ball. He's got a lot of.
He's the one who played. He was the scout team player of the year on the offense last year because they had to play him at wide receiver just because they didn't have enough people.
He's just one of those. He's just a lot like Jeremiah Cooper when Jeremiah was young. We're just around the ball all the time. I would say Kai John's the next Jeremiah Cooper, who, by the way, has also had an unbelievable offseason.
Is it fair to say he was down last year?
He said it himself.
Okay.
So, yes, he was disappointed in his own efforts last year. He has rededicated himself physically, mentally, and that's another one of those reasons why I think this defense is going to be better. Jeremiah Cooper played at an all Big 12 level early in his career, and he had a bad year last year, and he's ready to go for this year.
Do we even need to talk about special teams? I mean, like the kicking spot, it's Conrarty.
Yeah, Conrarty, and then Clausen's a great snapper. I know we make fun of the snappers, but honestly, Clausen's one of the best in the league. Had zero issues with him. And then Perkins back at the punting spot, who's an amazing young man like we've talked about. So really excited about the specialists this year. Kick punt return, Townsend's the odds-on favorite. I think you'll see a little Aiden Flora in that mix, and then somebody might pop. I don't know. We'll find out who else is back. River Peppers is a name that has been floated to me, if healthy, of somebody who could be an impact on special teams as well.
Good stuff. Well, I'm excited. I'm 100% ready to go. I'm doing a show coming up with Hassel where we go game by game over on Iowa Everywhere, make our predictions. The more I start to learn about these teams, I like Iowa State in a lot of these 50-50 games, Brent, but I still think there's going to be a lot of these toss-up type situations. But
I don't know how you can be hard and fast like, hey, it's 8, 9, 10 wins or bust, because a lot of these games are just going to come down to, can Rocco make a play? Can somebody make a catch? I mean, a lot, let's be honest, guys, a lot had to bounce the right way for Iowa State last year to win those 11. And you had a couple go against you. The Tech game, you could have got a stop and won that game as well. But
you also had the injuries, which are an outlier.
That's an outlier too. So it's like I think Iowa State, as we all know, isn't Georgia, isn't Ohio State, isn't Oregon, where you just have so much better talent than everybody else. But when you get in these games, what Iowa State can win at is, when adversity hits, battling back. And this is a veteran group. It's a very senior-laden team. A lot of old guys on this roster that have been through it. And you hope in the fourth quarter, when push comes to shove, you're in a one-possession game, Iowa State's culture and all that hard stuff pays off like it did a year ago. And you're going to be in a lot of them. So I think you're going to be in them first two of the first 3 games of the season as well. And fortunately or unfortunately, C-Dub, those first 3 games will dictate a lot of what Iowa State's season is going to be. And that first game, I honestly, there hasn't been a bigger first game for Iowa State since I've been covering the program.
It's funny, I said that to Chris this morning. Like, it might be the most impactful regular season game I think I've ever. It's not like
win
and you're in the Big 12 championship.
Again,
right?
last year had to be K-State to make the Big 12 championship. Yeah. It's not that, but it very much could be.
Yeah, just because of the timing of it and the fact that it's a good team, it's your rival.
And then on the momentum side, when you start talking about momentum, feel good, confidence, even something as simple, C-Dub, as ticket sales for the rest of the games, a win against K-State is massive. It just is.
Yeah.
And it would really set the tone. So
there'll be a major difference in crowd with that South Dakota game with a win or a loss, I guarantee
zero question about that. And I would say for the rest of the season, and I mean, not like the season's going to be over if you lose that game, because clearly not. It's just when you play a game that important that early, this is not a walk in and just, roll by 30 points and let's play Iowa and see what we really have. Like, you got to find out right away. And as we found out, K-State's got to have this one too. It's just as important for them. And so they're putting, and they're going to come up with some stuff that Iowa State hasn't seen before either, because this is a monster game.
Good stuff, Bloom. We'll see you on Sunday night. Do a little more Big 12 stuff coming up on Sunday night. Good stuff all week from Jake Brand on the Daily Clone. Don't miss those. Otzelberger was awesome at his media availability earlier this week.
He reiterated the Bateman stuff, so we sounded smart.
He did. Yeah. He also talked up Milan Momcilovic big time, if you want to go and check that out. Thanks to Mechdyne, our presenting sponsor, as always, of Williams and Blum. Signing off from the Northwest Bank Studios, my name is Chris Williams. For Brent Blum and Aiden Wyatt, we'll be back on Sunday.